All right, guys, we are doing the group matrix, and we're going to start with the bottom right quadrant. And that bottom right quadrant is what is important to us about this group. So, what are all of our important to us? What is important to all of us to bring to this team and being a high performing team? So that's what things that we're moving towards and what is important to us.
I think a big one
Um,
would be like communication.
Yeah, positive communication.
Mm-hmm.
Respect for others.
Yeah.
Um,
Accountability
I also think
and reliability in our work.
Oh, I heard
Accountability is good. And then what did you say, Meredith?
I said timeliness, like
Yeah.
staying committed to deadlines.
I wrote bringing positive ideas and being able to contribute, so everybody's contributing to the group project, and being respectful to others and their ideas.
Getting a good grade.
Pretty
Two.
good.
It goes together.
One of the ones I put was being able to accept feedback and give
Oh, yeah.
constructive
Yeah.
feedback, giving like constructive
Ooh.
feedback.
That's a great one.
That's a really good
Mhm.
one.
I think
how's-
another good one is like knowing your limits. Like we all have strengths in certain areas where other people might not. And so being able to know like what our own limitations are, that way we can call on other group members to be able to help where we need it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
I think we hit on it. So just like understanding and respecting various viewpoints.
Yeah.
Like focus listening.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
You say focused listening.
Yes.
Love that. Some active listening. I just did a lesson on that yesterday. All right, so I got positive communication, respect for others and their viewpoints, accountability, timeliness, bringing positive ideas and contributing to the group, getting a good grade, being able to accept feedback as well as give feedback, knowing your limits and strengths as an individual, and focused listening. Do we think that there's anything else that could be added to this quadrant?
One of the ones that I put was having like meaningful work, so like actually enjoying the work and having it be meaningful to all of us or just to me, but I would hope that it'd be meaningful to all of us as well.
No, absolutely.
I like that.
Definitely.
Dedication, maybe.
Yeah,
as-
especially as we're
Yeah.
okay. Let me change the color potentially. No. I'll just turn all black. Is that okay with y'all?
Yeah.
Very okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then on mine, I have two. I have being prepared and engaged. I think we have engaged pretty covered.
Mhm.
Yeah. Would you like to add being prepared though?
I don't know. I think we kind of hit on that too. What do you guys think?
You could put that with like the timeliness, like timeliness slash.
I put completing work within a appropriate time frame.
Yeah, that would be great with timeliness.
Yeah, I also put that
Mhm.
in my visual matrix.
Do you think that fits in with timeliness, or would you like me to add that to that like bullet point?
Maybe slash, I mean, I was gonna say meeting deadlines, but I think that is what timeliness is, right?
Yeah.
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 Unless we mean timeliness, like coming on time to our meetings.
We
Yeah.
could do that too.
Yeah.
Like, so timeliness will say as time management as well.
I think that's perfect time management.
And
Yeah,
management.
so should I just change the whole thing?
Yeah.
Here, this is what I'll do. And y'all tell me what you think.
Yeah, that's nice. So you're like
Sick.
explaining it. That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How does this look to y'all?
Very nice.
That looks
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, that's looking
For
good.
Okay. Are we ready to move on to the next quadrant?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can always circle back. But yeah, I think we're ready if everyone's ready.
Mhm.
Okay.
So the next quadrant is the bottom left, which is these are thoughts and feelings that may come up when thinking about things that will keep us from our goals. So these are just inner thoughts that can show up that get in the way and act as barriers to our success.
I would say a really common emotion for stuff like this is frustration.
Mhm.
I also put anxiety on mine.
I
Yeah,
did too.
same.
Mhm.
Crazy.
I love just feeling anxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also
Yeah.
put like overwhelmed.
Oh,
I-
yeah, overwhelmed.
For mine, I put uncertainty.
Uncertainty.
Yeah,
That's a really
I
good
put
one.
that. I put like a doubt, like I can't do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I put imposter
Self-doubting.
syndrome.
I put
Yeah, imposter syndrome.
One second. I heard self-doubting. And I heard one more, but someone else said
Put
something.
stressed.
Stressed.
Put stress
There was
too.
another one I heard and I can't.
Imposter
said,
syndrome?
Imposter syndrome, yeah.
Imposter syndrome.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Feeling inadequate.
I
I
think-
guess that's like along with it.
Yeah, I think one like thought outside of like feelings that I put was like just that thought of I'm gonna fail. Like either way, no matter what I do, is I'm just gonna fail.
Yeah, I think I put that my group members are going to think what I said was irrelevant or
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of like
Mhm.
self-doubt, like, man, they're gonna
Yeah.
not like what I
should
come
I
up
say
with.
this?
Yeah.
I put
One
like,
that I
what if
put
I'm
alongside.
doing?
Oh,
No,
go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, what if I'm doing the wrong thing or not
Mhm.
doing something
Mhm.
correctly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one thing that I kind of put along those is like, well, this person has more experience and so they know more than I do.
Yeah.
The good one.
I put, what if when I share my thought, my intended purpose was taken the wrong way?
Mm-hmm.
That's another good one.
Communication. Yeah.
One of the thoughts that I put down was like being unclear of like what the assignment is and just not knowing if we're doing the right thing, basically.
Yeah.
I put one like that too.
I did that as well. I talked about just did I meet the expectations?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I put one, but I'm not sure if you guys experienced this, but I wrote thinking about previous group experiences and how that made me feel.
Oh, that's a really good
Mhm.
one.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
I didn't write that, but I actually was thinking that. I I feel really good with you guys. That's why I was thinking it though.
Yeah, I've had some
Um,
pretty awful group experiences, so
Same.
this does not fall into that category at all.
Mm.
yeah.
100%.
I know, and we have a
Um,
big group of people too, so that like
I was so nervous.
yeah.
I think we got very lucky with this group.
Yeah. I also think
Definitely.
that's
I
the whole
agree.
point is like being able to work with big group. Again, I digress.
Yeah.
We
Uh,
got a chunky list.
Yeah, I had one more. It was just
I'm looking
I
at this
don't-
and I'm like, dang, all right.
Yes, Cami.
I had one more. It was just I don't want to disagree with people.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel that a lot. Like
I
whenever I
also
think
feel
something
that.
differently, I hate saying that.
Yeah.
I love a little hive mind, you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So reading through this, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 feelings and then quite a few thoughts. So we have 9 thoughts. So do y'all feel like this is an adequate amount of
Yeah, I think that's a lot.
That's
Solid list.
I'm
Okay.
actually wondering how you'd be able to scrunch it down. I don't know if it'll be able to fit on the page.
We do like the little 2 columns.
Small font.
Could.
Okay, but I don't know how to do
I don't know
the
how to do that though.
Let's just see. Let's just see.
You can always work on formatting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh.
Oh.
That's a little silly.
Why did
That's
the other
funny.
one leave?
Hmm.
Probably something to do with text wrapping with everything.
Mm.
Mhm.
Once you shift something, everything else shifts. It's kind of gross.
You want to know what? This was one of my inner thoughts, was that I was going to mess this up. So
Oh,
Amazing.
how do I move
The cloud or no?
this?
You know, I think we should
Get
we
through
can
it.
work on the font after,
Yeah.
so we don't go over our time.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I can help you too if like after if you share the thing with me.
I put it in our the group project.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next quadrant is the top left quadrant, and that's what do you move away from or under the control of from the bottom stuff. So this quadrant is about avoidance of what avoidant behaviors might we do to avoid or escape taking actions. Under the upper right, to escape uncomfortable thoughts, feelings.
I
My
put
problem.
remaining silent and keeping my ideas to myself to not look like an
Mhm.
Yeah, I definitely shut down.
Yeah.
Same.
Um, 1 second. It's this one that says, what do you do to move away from or under the control of the bottom left stuff, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Okay. So repeat what y'all said.
Stay quiet or like remain silent.
One thing for me is I get easily distracted.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Especially when I'm stressed, I'm more likely to immediately go into avoidance behavior
Mhm.
and find something to focus on that is not relevant at all.
Mhm.
Same. I'll do like other homework or something else completely.
I get very like second guessing of myself, and like that kind of like makes me shut down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like spiral.
Mhm.
A feeling that I get is sometimes more of a shyness.
Mhm. One thing that I put on my individual one that was like a really big one for me was like I'll obsessively read like the instructions or a rubric or something because I like fear that I'm gonna miss like one tiny little thing.
Yeah, and you know, mine's similar to that. So I'll start like fixating on the project and like
Mhm.
fixing little things that really don't need to be fixed.
Mhm.
Yeah, one thing that I'll do is I'll think that like I understand the assignment, and then I'll guess myself to the point of like not understanding what's the
Mhm.
assignment is. So I think that was already said, but yeah.
But the not understanding the assignment, like that adds to it because that's not really
Mhm.
shutting down. It's more of like, oh, now I just don't understand anything.
Mhm.
I also tend to like over talk to or over talk, but really to other people who like aren't in the project. Like if I know somebody that went to grad school, I'll start talking to them about the project, like they can relate. But then never bring it up. to like solve the issue directly.
For sure. Kind of related to getting easily distracted and avoidance behavior, I procrastinate pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
It comes apart with the overwhelming and the stress and anxiety because it's like, and then I blink and it's a day before everything's due.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely have done that before, so it's not just you.
Yeah, I'm a procrastinator.
Like every single week.
Suddenly, all of the stuff that I didn't want to do, I'm like, oh, I can absolutely do this. Of course, I'll deep clean the fridge. I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah. I need to organize things.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you guys something else I do. So I'll be like, so rather than be like, okay, I'll do this, I'll be like, I'll like take initiative by talking because I don't want to be quiet. But then I'll be like, oh, so who wants to do it? So if you guys notice, I did that last time and then I self-reflected. And I was like, that wasn't nice. I probably should have just tried to do it, but I was nervous.
So
I think that's a really common thing now.
Huh?
Offload that task. Is that what you would say?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think that's delegate or yeah,
That
offload.
can also be sort of a strength, though, delegate.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say it's like a complete like
Yeah.
weakness. It's definitely a strength when you're in a supervisor position, knowing other people's strengths.
I start to scroll on my phone. I don't know about anyone else, but when I'm stressed, I'll just pick up my phone and start to randomly scroll
Yeah.
nonsense.
Yeah, definitely. Stress
Distract
scrolling for sure.
Yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
All right, how does this look to y'all? Anything that I missed that someone would like put into here or something fixed?
Hmm.
I think it's a good list.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I'm also glad that other people have the same issues that I do.
Yeah.
I'm not alone.
Too.
This is very validating.
Relatable.
Yeah.
Not alone.
All right.
And the last quadrant are these are behaviors that we can do am I muted?
Oh,
no.
no.
These are behaviors that we can do to move towards the goals and what's important to us. So actions that move us towards our goal, basically.
This one I did get feedback on like making sure that all of the things that we talked about are being like the things that
Addressed.
are like important to us or like the things that we've talked about before. We're like hitting on like how we do that.
Should we like copy and paste it and then change it for each one? No, we can just talk about it and then make sure we have
Well,
each one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yes, because we'll have to go back in and close and open and close it again.
Yeah.
Somebody else
So
picked it up and
do I
like-
copy paste from the bottom right?
From the top left.
quadrant? The top left. So the ones that we just did. Correct.
So
Okay.
more or less doing the opposite of what we have in the top left.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay.
Yeah, so
So-
they should align. Okay.
So instead of remaining silent,
And it says my feedback was to make sure I say it in like a positive way. So refrain from like don't.
okay, so
Gotcha.
instead of like remaining silent, it would be
So speak up.
sharing my ideas
Yeah.
Mhm.
consistently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In regards to easily distraction and stuff, I said I would basically create like a planner for myself more or less to mitigate time towards things that I have to do so that way I can make use of my time throughout the day without stress or getting distracted and just ultimately remaining on task.
Mhm.
Same.
I
said
think
the same.
alongside of that too is like also making room for breaks because we are humans and
Yes.
we need
Yes.
that break time as well to be able to say, you know what, I need 10 minutes, 20 minutes to just sit here and not have to do anything.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I was even gonna say like breaking up your tasks into like smaller
Mhm.
tasks that are like more easily
Mm.
achievable. So then like you do feel like you're getting a lot more done. You're like, oh, I did this part, I did this part.
Mhm.
And it just like makes you feel better.
Yeah.
It
I
also
like that.
builds that momentum, which
Yeah, the behavior
sometimes be hard
momentum.
to, for the second guessing myself part, I put communicating with my group and asking questions to the professor. So emailing and just being in contact with the professor.
Not being afraid to ask questions. I feel like that's something that
We
Or
did just
help.
get the 10-minute warning for the Zoom call as well.
Okay.
We should be able to knock it out.
Yeah, I wrote like communicating with like group members and meeting earlier than like assigned due dates to like review materials and assignments.
With that, I put following the time constraints that we put in our contingency contract.
Mhm.
Okay, 1 second. Let me type the sentence and then I would love both of you all to repeat that. Okay, Alec, what did you say?
Pretty much just meeting with group members to review and understand assignments.
And then it didn't show whoever was talking after that on my screen.
That
What?
was me. I put following our contingency contract time rules, basically. Like the time constraints we put in there.
Okay.
I think a lot of that applies to like the repetitively reading instructions and hyperfixation, like being able to clarify with other people when our own like our own mind can't comprehend it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Do you think that that can go with this one too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely think
absolutely.
so.
So for the next one, I like to use the pre-Mac principle on myself. Then I do, okay, first I do
Mhm.
that, and do something else.
Smart.
Percent
love
statements
that.
before it.
And then I don't know if you guys have done the like the research-based study techniques. Like I don't know how to say it. Pomero, what's it called?
Oh, the Pomodoro, I think it's
Yeah.
something like that.
So there's that one, and there's a couple other ones. So I I have really bad ADHD, so I can't just stick to one. I have to like switch between all the things I do, but it does regardless help me somehow stay focused.
I haven't heard of this. I gotta look it up now.
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, you'll have to
It's like where you study for 25 minutes. Yeah, look it up because it'll tell you different ways to do it. It's
Cool.
it's,
I can spell it.
Pomero study method or something. It'll pop up. But it's like you study for short increments and then take a short break, and it builds up to you get a longer break.
Oh,
Can you
okay.
message it in the chat later?
Yeah.
I know how to spell it. Thanks.
Okay.
I think we kind of touched on this next one with taking initiative, but being able to delegate tasks.
That's perfect.
I also think, sorry. So, being willing to take on a new role and just seek feedback from the team when unsure
Mhm.
of that role.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
That's awesome.
I kind of touched on that one in my individual one and just saying like being able to fill in for other group members too, like if somebody's not
Definitely.
able to fully complete their role.
Sure.
Mhm.
That's good.
Teamwork.
Taking accountability for our actions.
Mhm.
And we have about 5.5 minutes left for the call.
I mean, I think that was honestly, that's, you
Yeah.
went against everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can go ahead and stop the recording if we're ready.
I'm good if everyone else is.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think so.
That's good.